the U.S. should abolish the federal mandated minimum wage and allow businesses to set their pay rates. I'm just gonna go over our claims again. So our significance claims were the minimum wage is unrealistic to be applied on a federal level. And my partner said that the minimum wage is outdated. To add to that, even back in 1938, when the Fair Labor Standards Act was being signed into law, businesses back then knew that the minimum wage law would be hurtful to the economy. In a website called Weeconomics, it stated that back then businesses lobbied against it, saying they would be forced to lay people off or shut down businesses. All in all, those against the wage pointed out the economic reasons why it was bad for everyone. So this is basically saying that when we have a minimum wage and when that minimum wage is raised, that means that businesses have to cut back their employment rate. So a higher minimum wage means that there's less workers. My partner also said that its purpose was to grant unskilled workers a minimum standard of living necessary for health, efficiency, and general well-being without substantially curtailing employment. Back in the 1930s, this might have made sense, but now most minimum wage workers are young adults, not parents who are trying to support their families. Our opponent said that this wasn't true, but in an article, in Contemporary Economic Policy, it says that in fact 35.3% of minimum wage workers are between 16 and 19 years of age, and an additional 20.4% are between 20 and 24. Thus, 55.7% of minimum wage workers are 24 years or younger. Also, and that while minimum wage workers may have low annual income, other earners and their families may have substantial income. So this is saying that those who do work for minimum wage, they're not really relying on it to support themselves like completely. Usually it's young people, so they still live with their parents or their family still helps them out. My partner also said that cost of living differences in various areas of the country make a universal minimum wage difficult to set, and in an article called Minimum Wage Pros and Cons by Arnold Anderson, there is evidence that says that inconsistent minimum wage laws around the country can keep some workers living below the poverty line while others are able to provide for themselves. So having a minimum wage law like all across the country, like the same, is hurtful to others and helpful to some. So it's not really fair. Our inherency claim was minimum wage laws were created to protect workers from exploitation, yet is still exploiting workers by creating an artificial wage. Some businesses, if they're able to, already pay their workers above the minimum wage. Those who cannot do this are hurt by the minimum wage and would rather be able to pay their employees what they're able to afford in order to keep the necessary amount of workers for good productivity without laying people off, so more people can have jobs. Our solvency claim was abolishing the minimum wage will decrease the rate of unemployment. Keeping the current minimum wage laws or even increasing the minimum wage will hurt unemployment. According to Jimmy Lynn Werner, who conducted 2 separate tests to see the relationship among minimum wage and unemployment, states that both tests he did showed small decreases in unemployment upon similar increases in the minimum wage. Now to refute to some of the things my opponent said. So they stated that young Americans don't make up the majority of minimum wage earners, but the truth is that they do. Like I said earlier, 55.7% of minimum wage workers are 24 or younger, if they're not really families or anyone who's trying to support a family. An increase would mean more unemployment. If employers can pay whatever they want, then why keep a minimum wage? Minimum wage only hurts those businesses that can't afford minimum wage, such as small businesses.